Jay Farner, CEO of Quicken Loans. 30% of Americans who are planning home improvements of $5,000 or more will pay for those renovations with a high-interest credit card. That may not be a great idea. A better idea may be to take cash out of your home with a Quicken Loans 30-year fixed-rate mortgage. The rate today on our 30-year fixed-rate mortgage is 3.99%. APR 4.
All right, kiddies, good morning. Welcome to another exciting episode of the original Red Pill Show. Today is Hump Day, Wednesday, December 18th, 2019. This show is for entertainment and hopefully and educational purposes only. Please use at your own risk. The show is copyrighted by moi. No part of it can be reused, rebroadcasted in any way, shape, or form without my written consent. Finally, show is opinionated under no circumstances whatsoever, you vile woman. I gotta do, it's not far from Stewie's voice, is it? I think I can do Peter's voice and Stewie's if I work on it. I'm going to. I'll get it. Anyway, that's one of my goals. Under no circumstances whatsoever should opinions be taken as advice. If you are seeking, no, I don't. I gotta kill some time. My sound pad's in my whatever soundboard, iPad, whatever this thing is, it never works. It's not working. It's not ready. Opinions, please, should never be taken as advice. If you are seeking professional advice, we strongly encourage you to hire a license if required person in his or her field, there, little Tommy. Hey, man. I need a new iPad because this thing is going to go through the fucking wall. I just touch it and I think it's the cord though. Anyway. Hey, man. How's it going? How you doing? No, that's his name. Oh, man, am I all fucked up. Wednesday, halfway through the week. Am I helping you with that, or am I hurting you, or you just really don't give a shit? I don't know. I do. That's why I'm here instead of boxing and all the other guilt trips I've tried to put on you guys. So, what's going on? Good morning. Wednesday, halfway through. Christmas is right around the corner. I just can't wait for that. Who's in the chat room? What's up, poopy dick? My wiener. Hello. Hello. Hello, Colin. Call-in number is oh, I can't type. I can't see shit. Can you? Is 815-9, what is it? 9759. But this number might not work. I'll get into that in a minute. 37. It will work now. I don't know if you 30. Wow. Squirrel 3819753. I did not fly in that plane with those kids. 3089. There you go. Okay? So that works. Let's hop over to the other chat room where you guys should be, but you don't listen, just like my fucking kids. But that's okay. Hello. Hello. We have some interesting things here going on at Freedom Revolution Network. We're growing just like crazy. And it would really be beneficial to people that want to advertise on this network and get in at the ground level while you can. Because, I don't know, I kind of preached yesterday, and I get into those. So depends on what's going on with me in my life. And then it just comes out. So, I never really think about what I'm going to talk about. I just go with whatever comes out of my mouth, which, I don't know. It's like, really? Okay. Where did that come from? I don't know. I really don't. Better than a script and steering people, that's for sure. But I always try to do things better, improve things, regardless of what I'm doing. I mean, what's the point? And this is all plugs here, so get ready. So that's the reason why I joined Freedom Revolution Network. Yes. Remember the 3rd of November, actually, 2020. It's going to be interesting. Anyway, I decided to come over here, because I thought it was for the better, and I still do. For everybody, not just me, but the network and everybody involved and all the listeners and everybody that wants to spend money. Because in my opinion, they're all making the right decisions, and going to Spreaker was one of them. Because can you understand that? Blog Talk Radio fucking sucks. Too expensive. Bandwidth sucks. You sound like you're on AM radio, and it's just confusing as fuck. So I was like, whatever. And I did do my own show on my own, not affiliated with anybody. And I'm not trying to cause problems or whatever. I'm just saying it the way it is. There's always something better. There's always something better. I know that, Melissa. She's in the chat room. The only person. Hello. Does this work? Is it working? Test 1, 2. Hello. Oh, look at all of that. Yeah, I ordered my own t-shirt. How self-serving is that? But I want to. So, because it actually looks pretty cool. They're not cheap. They're not cheap. $24.95 and $6 for shipping, so it's a $30 t-shirt. But I will give an honest review of it because I don't like cheap t-shirts. So, or hats or anything, pens. I gave out pens in my company, and I'm not kidding you. And they were really high quality, and I just gave them out to managers. And some people still have them, and they still write. And then other pen manufacturers or whatever would be say, oh, we'll try our pen, and you can save all this money. And I go, okay. And they would fucking fall apart within using them in 2 times. And my name's on that. My company's name is on that pen. So it's not really far-fetched to associate that, well, if this pen's a piece of shit, so is my company. And I get that. So it's real important that you have high-quality products. God, I sound like I'm selling something, but it's true. Whether you're the customer or the person selling it, high-quality products at a reasonable price because your name's on it. So, but anyway, I'm going to get it soon. I hope I get it before I jump on a jet plane on Saturday. But we'll see. It is cool. It is cool to see your own thing on a t-shirt. Quite honestly, that logo that I made, that's my logo for the original Red Pill show, I made on a, I did it on my MacBook Air, so it had to be a web page because Mac software is way too fucking expensive. And I forget the web page, but I made that, if you want to call it trademark or whatever, but that logo with that saying with the headphones and then the red going gradient to blue, or blue and then to light blue in a gradient. I made that for my show, and I did intend to make t-shirts, but I was on the precipice of really growing and trying to get this thing off the ground, but life got in the way, and it's like, But I did save it, and it's on there now, and I quite honestly think it's pretty cool for somebody who doesn't know what the fuck they're doing. Okay? Just like the show. Flying by the seat of your pants. But I'm interested, and I ordered the dark blue, because white t-shirts are white t-shirts. I don't want to look like the Fonz or something. I mean, white's cool, but if you wear a white shirt, it's usually underneath something. And I don't want to hide this. So I'm really curious to see how the dark blue is going to come out and how it looks. So I'm kind of excited about it. But it was $30. So I'll be the first to bitch. Okay, Melissa, where's the complaints department at? Listen, man, I paid $30 for a fucking t-shirt. Even though it's my own show. But still, you know how hard I work for $30? And you're selling me a fucking t-shirt for $30? What the hell's wrong with you? It better be good or I'm sending it back. Sincerely, an asshole customer. Okay, there you go. All right. But yeah, you just can't go on the cheap with stuff. What? Quality vinyl instead of cheap print vinyl. What is it like a decal? Is it like the old school? I don't know how old you are, but back in the day, back when we were, how can I sound like an old person, or should I just talk? Because I am 55. But
when I was going to school, and I would go up to the shopping center there, and they used to have t-shirt places.
Does that sound good? Does that sound like a witch? I'm gonna work on my voice. Okay, good. So you remember the t-shirt craze, right? So is it like you go in there and you pick your T-shirt, and then you pick the whatever you wanted on your T-shirt, and then they like it's like a big iron, a big pull down, kind of like a panini press, if you know what that is, or a Joe Frazier grill, like that. And you put your T-shirt in there, and then you put the decal on there with a piece of paper over or whatever it was, and then they ironed it on. Is it kind of like that or no? I don't know. Because those were pretty good quality, but they did peel off after you dried them a few times. I remember that now that I'm thinking about it. I don't know. Who's in the chat room? Who's in Facebook? Facebook, you got 3 more days, guys. Joe's in there right now. And then I think I'm just going to flip to Freedom Revolution group and do Facebook Live there because it makes a lot more fucking sense. And quite honestly, without getting... Vinyl is actually cut to the design. It's good stuff. Okay, well, I'll be the first to give honest feedback. So, if it sucks, I'll say it. But I really doubt it. I think it's going to be great. I'm actually excited about it. It's just that I'm looking at it from a customer, and then trying to sell a $30 T-shirt with shipping is like, what? It's like, hey, man, you get what you pay for. So, you want a $20 T-shirt that's going to fall apart and you wash it 5 times. Actually, they should be made out of hemp. So, hemp is... I have a hemp shirt, but I gave it to charity or the homeless or whatever. Long story. But I bought it off Amazon, and they ran small, and I wear a large in most things, and it was too fucking tight. And it just, no matter what, I couldn't wear it. And gave it away, but I did like it. Hemp's amazing. I mean, those shirts, I keep forgetting to buy them, to be perfectly honest. But it was kind of rough and uncomfortable, but I read the reviews, and if you wash it a few times, they say it softens up just like cotton, and it did. And I guess they just last forever. Of course, they'll go out of style, and then I guess then you can give it to the homeless. I don't know. I don't think they really care what they're wearing, but yeah, hemp's the shit, man. Really, really just gotta. Yeah, it's gonna be a little more money too, but that's definitely worth it. People just don't understand. Cotton after a while just falls apart after you wear it for a while, and from what I know, hemp doesn't. I'm gonna actually. After the first of the year, I'm going to order another one, except this time an extra large, and then see how that goes. Because I'm getting fluffy. I'm getting fat. Oh, my God, no one's going to love me. Okay. Tell me you're fat. Yeah, never going to happen. Now it's from working out, actually, but it did say it was order one size larger. And I'm like, I'm not going to fit in an extra large. Sure shit, that's what I got to order, so that's what I'm going to do. But anyway, with all that said, I will definitely give an honest review on my own T-shirt that I'm selling. It's kind of weird. I don't like selling crap people don't need. But you need the shirt. What's a red pill show? What's original? What does that mean? I don't know. Just buy it and shut up. I got a Loop shirt. That's kind of... Should I talk about radio? Oh, my God. There's this radio station out here in Denver, and they're so much like the Loop. I should probably explain what the Loop is. The Loop, FM 98's was in Chicago for like 40 years, and they sold out to K-Love or whatever, I think. Had some financial problems. They just sold to them, and Loop is a great radio station. And there's a radio station out here in Denver that's following in the same footsteps. And I'm just like, I've called in 3 or 4 times, and I'm trying to be as nice as I can. And the guy, Rick Lewis, I've talked to him 2 or 3 times. Nice guy. Actually lived in Naperville, Chicago at one time. He's out here now. Been out here for a while. Does color for the Denver Broncos games. But I was trying very nicely. All they play is Pink Floyd, And I'm like, hey, can I request Pink Floyd? And like, I go, dude, guys, you guys are playing Pink Floyd like every other song, and I get it. You know, it's Colorado, it's pot. And he's like, oh, well, Tim, we have study groups and blah, 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 and that's what they want to hear. I'm like, really? Who's in the study groups? People that are unemployed and smoking fucking pot all day? Coming to Illinois soon for you. So that's what you're going to get. Yeah, man, I'd love to fucking listen to Dark Side of the Moon like every second of the day. That'd make my day, man, because my unemployment check's coming. And I gotta buy some more pot, man. What a great album. What a great band. The Wall's good, too, man. I mean, that's really good. Can you play that? Sure. Because we're getting honest, real feedback from real people. Okay. Whatever. Sometimes I wonder where these polls come from. Just find it hard to believe that everybody in Colorado wants to listen to Pink Floyd all the time. But you know what? What do I know? I'm not from here. I'm just from a shithole state called Illinois. Okay, you ready? So what else? I don't know. Should we talk about Christmas? I was going to save that for Friday because once again, I know you can't live without me in this show in the morning. But next week, I will not be back, asshole. I'll be spending Christmas with my family that's all fucked up and dysfunctional and has a sociopath in it, according to my therapist, and everybody's strung to the four kernels, whatever, of the earth. But we're all just going to sit down and pretend that everything's just fucking fine because fat-ass Santa Claus is coming down the chimney. Is that about right for everybody? Oh, Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to you. Okay, whatever. Where's my Christmas bonus? Okay. Hemp is much better for the environment. Sturdier. Yes, it is. Hemp is much sturdier and better for the environment. All right, so I'm going to plug some shows on here because fucking nobody else is. Except mine. I'm plugging mine, but that's kind of, again, self-serving, and I really don't want to do that. Okay, so the shows. So, you know, I really don't know what none of them are about. Maybe the titles will tell you that. You got to listen, when I was on a different network, I quite honestly don't know what happened, but there was a lot of listeners, a lot of people in the chat room, and then I became a host over there from being in the chat room. And I don't know, the rest is history, I guess. But you just got to get involved and get in the habit of, I mean, if we could have I'm just throwing this out there, Freedom Revolution Network app, which would just be essentially a shortcut to the webpage on your phone. Download it from the store. I don't know, Melissa. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just throwing shit out there. Or maybe then also a chat room shortcut or shortcut specific to the shows. I don't know, because that might not be wise because weird things happen and you're going to be probably changing things more than you want to. But I don't see a problem with a link with a shortcut app, whatever, that goes right to this webpage. I don't know. But anyway, whatever. Just got to make it easy for stupid people. Well, I have an iPhone, and if there's not an app for it in the App Store, I'm not doing it. Okay. Fine. But you can find Facebook, can't you? Yeah. Well, yeah, because it's on there. It says F for, like, fuck you. Okay. So the show's on Freedom. It'll be amazed they don't get fired. Freedom Revolution Network. Some of the shows in alphabetical order. Against the Grain. What's that about? I don't even know. Does it say? La la la. Is it going to start playing? About Us. Ba, 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 ba. About the show. Here we go. There's not that many. Why not? I got an hour to kill. Against the Grain Radio is a show that features guest speakers each week whose knowledge, careers, and lifestyle are that outside of the mainstream. What does that mean? It's a social networking hub through radio. Guest speakers range in knowledge from natural health, cool, to conspiracy to birth. Conspiracy to birth? There's a conspiracy to birth? I haven't heard that one. From natural health to conspiracy to birth to homesteading and much more. Tune in each week at 4:30 Pacific Standard Time or 7:30 Eastern Time. What about Central? Really? Like the Midwest doesn't exist? Whatever. I'm being an asshole. 7:30 Eastern Time to listen in and have a chance to speak with these incredible individuals. Okay, so there you go. There's that, y'all. What else we got? Ba, 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 ba. Against the Grain, that is. Clarity After Dark. Of course, I'm going to make fun of this stuff, and I'm being sarcastic. You can make fun of my show. I don't fucking care. All right, here we go. How are you going to know about it if you can't find it, number one, or number two? What is it about? I don't see. I don't see about the show. Okay, well, sorry. So there's Clarity After Dark. Saturdays, 12 a.m. Eastern. Holy shit, really? Midnight? Fridays, 9 p.m. Pacific. So there you go. Okay. With host. Who's the host? Co-host is Red Gypsy. I don't know. Scarlet Anonymous. So there you go with that one. Connection Revelation. Connected Revelation? Sorry. Connected Revelation. With your co-hosts, Annie Booker and Joyce Hope. Hope all this shit's current. Nothing about the show. Okay, sorry. Boy, this ain't turning out very well. Here we go. EMA Radio /video. This is Ron Show, so I'm sure there's something here. About. Maybe I'm not clicking on the right things. Where's about? There's about down there. About. My bad. No. This is about Freedom Revolution Network. Might as well read that one. Freedom Revolution Network is a unique female-owned... Really? Female? Uh-oh. I have to consider this. Reconsider. And operated. Completely non-biased network home to several shows focused on news, activism, lifestyles, and, of course, freedom! We're a group of individuals from all backgrounds. That means we're all screwed up. Sorry. Views and opinions who want you to join in the conversation and cross the lines of politics, race, religion, sexual orientation, and any other lines that need to be crossed for us to join together in the fight for true American freedoms. Fuck yeah. Okay, count me in. What else? I didn't see anything for EMA Radio. All right, there's only one show that I see of what it's about. Here's a YouTube for Ron's, but I don't want to click on it because it's going to throw me into YouTube. La, 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 la. 2 pages. Oh, that's all YouTube shit. Okay, well, whatever. Anyway, what's the times? Tim, you really suck as a promotional guy. Yep. Me no see. Huh. Okay. Well, it's there. Just go to freedomizerrevolutionnetwork.com. Next. Free to be HDAD. Oh, well, I'll fit right in there. Let's go. Let me take my Ritalin first. Oh, there's video. Don't play. I don't see anything. Chat box, speaker box, and a video box. Somebody's not doing their homework, and I know it's not you, Melissa. Listen, people, my co-workers at Freedom Revolution Network, get your fucking ass in gear and do your show shit. Sorry, just the way it is. Carry on.
That guy's an asshole. I don't like him.
Sorry, that's just my managerial former business shit coming out. How come this is not working? Fuck. Wow. Health? Well, we'll go back. La 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 la. Nothing ever works. Health debunked. Oops. Boy, this computer does not. Health debunked with Dr. Kosher and Heather. We're going to have to place bets. Is there about the show? Yes, Dr. Kosher battles the insane natural health pushers who don't believe in medicine. Vaccines and doctor's appointments are the best way to achieve health. Through sound advice and a welcome humbleness, Dr. Kosher destroys these folks weekly. Heather provides comic relief with her silly arguments and quack science. Cool. Okay, there you go. When's this on? I don't know. It doesn't say. Okay, next. Bum, 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 bum. Journey into freedom. Freedom! As I get my balls chopped off. Okay, here we go. Da 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 da. Oh, this is a nice one. With your hosts, Gypsy Rose and Scarlett. They got 2 shows? Huh. Okay, whatever. I don't care. Journey into Freedom covers it all, from holistic health to barefooting, from aromatherapy to reflexology, from politics to spirituality, from aliens, illegal ones, to angels, from homesteading to homeschooling, to the paranormal, Reiki, never heard of that, and energy work, sound therapy, grounding, and so much more. Actually, that sounds really cool. This is a live show. Yeah, good luck. Not just a podcast. So you're going to fuck up all the time, right? That's what happens when you're live anyway. When shit doesn't work, this is a live show, not just a podcast. We need RSS feeds, by the way. Sorry. All right, Tim, shut up. Just read. Okay. This is a live show, not just a podcast. That is to help us share our thoughts, opinions, and ideas on all things that help create our spiritual freedom. Learning how to get rid of anything no longer serving to your higher purpose is the first step to living free. Well, that means getting rid of all my fucking friends and family. Sorry. Can't help myself sometimes. Free from guilt, stress, self-doubt, fear. Learning to rewire our brains, to train our thoughts, to help us set us free, to lead to our joy, which leads to happiness. Sure it does. Which then leads to our ultimate freedom, to venture into higher aspects of ourselves. We aim to bring you our knowledge. That's good. Actually, understanding. Shut up, Tim. And spiritual truth. Somebody could pick mine apart too. Spiritual truth, so that you may define your own wisdom and rebuild yourself and your relationship to the Creator. That sounds like right up my alley, man. This is going to be a show for us to empower one another and lift one another to their highest potential. We will be branching harder and deeper into these ministries of the heart. As now being an ordained registered Reiki minister, and if I'm saying that wrong, I'm sorry, Reiki, I hope to bring a lot more forward on this plane. I am also now able to do weddings. Count me out in other religious ceremonies here in Colorado. So, do you do prenups too? And here in Colorado, so if you're interested in my services, please contact me. Wow, guys, it's been a year. I just wanted to say thank you to each and every one of you freedomists. Our fans are out there. What does that say? Fans are out there. GIF fans out there. Okay. We sure have covered a ton in a year, huh? So many great episodes, so many more to come. We are still working on great guests for upcoming episodes. It's one of the hardest things to do, actually. We have been really getting into the ancient text. Really? Like Lemuria and that'd be cool. The God, that goes way back into Ruth Montgomery books. I gotta start reading those again. Anyway, and the symbolism in Atlantis, all that crap, that'd be great. And the symbolism in this current timeline. We've been bringing up a ton of current events and how they seemingly tie right into these writings. Yes, if they're translated correctly. Whatever. I can't do it. I don't know. We are still spreading truth and knowledge, and hoping you take that knowledge and transmute it to wisdom for yourself. Exactly. I'm going to steal this, and this is going to be part of my show description, actually. We've been digging into the Akashic, that's it, the Akashic Records, which, just so you know, I'm going to get into this. People are going to be, I thought you were really weird. Now I know it. The Akashic Records are there wherever they're in the ether, and they're there for anybody to discover, which is truth and knowledge. But the only way you can obtain it is through meditation and listening, and it will come to you. Now, it's crazy, and that's not doing pot or mushrooms, any of that shit. That's just sitting there and being connected and thinking about nothing. And everything that's been written and that's been done, kind of think of it like the cloud with the computer. There's a cloud up there full of knowledge from day one, or even maybe before, that is obtainable and accessible to anybody that's open to it. You just have to have an internet connection, which is your mind and your body, and open mind and soul in a meditative state, and this stuff will come to you. As crazy as that sounds, it's the truth. Whatever. Read Ruth Montgomery books. Talks all about it. And I will have some interesting things to be releasing that I have stumbled upon. That there is just so much that has already been discussed, and so much set forth to say it's hard to know where to begin. And once a week, 3 hours seems not enough. That brings me to our sister show hosted by Scarlett, Clarity After Dark on Friday, same time as JIF on Monday. I also I co-host Clarity, so if you have not already joined us over there as well, stay tuned for more updates. So, journey into freedom with me, your host Red Gypsy, and our co-host Scarlett Anonymous, every Sunday night, 7 p.m. Mountain Time and 6 p.m. Pacific Time. Where's the Central Time? God damn it! Oh, they don't exist. You're the flyby city. We just go from L.A. to New York. So, fuck you. Sorry. Let's end Marvelous Monday and begin Terrific Tuesday with another each week. Dare to be different. Dare to be you, and dare to learn to love yourself unconditionally. Hope to connect with you soon. Namaste. Okay, there you go. Right? So that was really good. I give her an A for having the best rating. Well, no, mine's first. Second, I nominate her being the second show page. That's freaking phenomenal. Actually, to be honest and not sarcastic, that's awesome. That's great. That's the way it should be. All right, Liberty Librarian with Heather Byerman. Mondays at 3 p.m. to 4:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. She gets an A from me. 5 p.m. to 6:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. Thank you, Heather. Chicago does exist, although it's not going to for long. 6 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Tune in for intellectual freedom news of the world and commentary. Join us. Join me. Every Monday from 3 p.m. to 4:30 p.m. Pacific, 5 to 6:30 p.m. Central, 6 to 7:30 p.m. Eastern. Call-in number 518-896-1965. How's she taking phone calls? Good for her. That's it. So that's Liberty Librarian. The original Red Pill Show. I want to know what the fuck my show's about. The original Red Pill Show. There is no about. Well, this guy sucks. Okay, forget that one. La 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 la. And Tell Ya Like It Is. Featuring Talia. Wednesday and Thursday, 1 p.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Pacific. There's no Central Time. Again, damn it. Talia will be returning in December. Nothing about the show. Okay, so including mine, the about have to be updated. But regardless, there is a summarization of all the shows on this network and more to come. Hopefully, I can get some more people over here that are vets of this internet radio crap or whatever it is. But we can definitely try. I got to go back to my show. See what's being said. Yeah, Melissa, you got enough shit to do. I'm not busting your balls. So, actually, that one was awesome. That one was really good. She did a fantastic job. So, no Mountain Time. Really? I don't know. There's no Central Time on most of them. But whatever. It doesn't matter. People can figure it out. I'm just being an asshole. So, yeah. I mean, hopefully that helps. I don't know. I don't know what to do. But you got to do something. Get some people on here. And then people call into other people's shows. Of course, this is all just suggestions. It doesn't matter to me. Guess what I'm doing today? Laundry? Washing the dog? Walking the dog. Yeah. We're going to burn something? Yeah. What are you going to do? Guess what I'm doing today? What? What are you doing? Stop it. The suspense is killing me. What are you doing? 6:43. I got 15 more minutes to kill. What? What are you going to do? I'm going to work. Actually, probably half a day, though. Nobody's in the chat room and Facebook except Joe. I don't know. What are you doing, Joe? La, la, la. What are you doing, Melissa? You're killing me. Tell you we'll start back in January. Good. Yeah, I got a really good feeling about this. Well, you will. And, there's some former people. It's just that there's some former hosts that I might approach. What? Yeah, I know it needs to be done. It will be done. Patience, grasshopper. It will come. Attract, not promote. It'll happen. But there's some former hosts that have been off for a while that I may approach. Yeah, don't worry about it. Believe me, I'm not calling you out or busting your balls. and it was spontaneous. You know, it's like, I'm going to go through all the fucking shows. Maybe it was a good thing. I don't know. Maybe it wasn't.
I can't believe what that guy said about my show.
Whatever. You know what? Keep talking, because that's the best advertisement you can get anyway. So the more people talk and word of mouth, the more successful you become. So you can't pay for that. Well, yeah, I mean, you know what it's about. And, you know, I do like the quote-unquote mission statement about the network. That's perfect. I'm not nuts about the female-owned and operated, though. It's going to get me in trouble. It's a joke. Actually, quite honestly, when I had my business and I dealt with women with power, I preferred very much to deal with them, because it wasn't who's got the bigger dick fucking conversation. I actually had male people with power going, well, if you don't do this and you lose our business, that could hurt your company, can't it? I'm going to be a perfect gentleman here and not name names of people and businesses. But yeah. Like, really? So you really want me to suck your dick right here, you fucking asshole? Sorry. We're women, very pragmatic, very, very honest, here's the issues, Tim. Let's figure something out. Great. You mean I don't have to kiss your ass? No. Perfect. Oh, my God. It was... I know, I get along with women more than I do men, and not for reasons people think. It's always a fucking power struggle with a man. And yes, I'm breaking the guy code and whatever. It's like, well, you know, you can be with me or against me. And it's like, you know, and if you don't comply, they'll find somebody that will. And it's really got to change. It's really got to change. So whatever. But yeah, I prefer dealing with women in business. Personal stuff and marriages and relationships, not so much. Although I do and will talk about anything when it comes to that. But as far as business goes, absolutely. Absolutely. Yes, Joe needs to come join our 24-hour chat. Yeah, Joe. Yes, Joe. Well, I want to take my time, because I don't want to upset anybody, but these people aren't current, and they go clear back to at least 10 years ago. And of course, then they're going to have to make their decision if they want to do it or not. But yeah, I can think of 3 or 4 people right off the bat. But you, my dear, are going to have to potentially handle the alleged accusations of stealing hosts, because it would not be true, because these people are not on the air right now. But it goes back 10 years to when all the shit started. Yeah, I'm sure it does. Number one, you're a minority-owned business. I know, I get all that. I'm kidding. It's nice to know. So it doesn't bother me. I'm just making fun of it, that it's female-owned and operated. So, just as long as not everything's in pink, I have a problem with that. Okay. But yeah, I will reach out to some people in time that used to do shows that haven't been doing them, and see where it goes. I don't know. That's all I can do. I had this conversation with my boxing instructor last night. What? Yeah, exactly. And there's no pissing matches or no power struggles. And in my opinion, this network is very organized and, dare I say, professional. So there you go. But I had this conversation with my boxing instructor last night, and I'm watching her struggle as being a business owner. And there's no bigger myth, and being a victim of discrimination, and people don't think that, but it's true. When you're a business owner, you're discriminated against, whether people want to believe it or not, by the government, by people, because they're all fucking jealous. And you get into the social injustice. It's like, well, how come you're a business owner and I'm not? You want to know why? Because I put all my time and resources and my fucking life into this goddamn company. That's why. Do you? Can you? Will you? Will you risk everything that you have to start and sustain and maintain a business? No. So shut up. Okay? But people only see what they want to see. And then when it's your peak, just mark my words on this. Well, but let's see, you own a different company or whatever you do. So you know what I'm talking about. So I'm preaching to the choir. But people that don't, well, I don't know why you make $100,000 and I only make 50 and blah, blah, and you got a nicer house. Because I busted my ass and I took the risks. That's why. Yeah, I know. I don't want to get into that. Sorry. I know that. I know. It's delayed. The chat room's delayed. But I got into this conversation with my boxing instructor, who I've been taking for a year. And a long story short is she was pushed, because that's usually what happens. There's signs. I mean, very rarely will people leave a company where they're happy at and things are great and they have decision-making power and delegated authority and legitimate power and all the management terms and making good money. Very rarely will they leave and start their own. You're usually pushed off the ship or forced, or something pushes you in the direction it did with me. Getting fired 2 weeks before Christmas with no fucking job and two kids and a wife did it for me. It was sink or swim, literally. You're welcome. It needs to be recognized. This is ridiculous. The illusion that business owners are selfish asshole people. There are some. Don't get me wrong. There's bad eggs in everything, but for the most part, the majority of business owners are motivated by, I can do it better, I can give people opportunity, I can treat people better, I can do it better, and I'm going to. And that's it. But then if and when you do, I'll just say when you do become successful, then people see that and they're like, oh, well, I should have that. And this is internal and external. And again, I've said this a million times, for me to get shoved into that direction, because there's no point of return. Once you decide to go into business, you cannot turn back. So it's not like changing your order when you're ordering dinner. It's like you're in. You're both feet in. You jumped off the ship and you can't get back on. You're done. You're committed. And people look at that, and when you become successful, they don't see all the sacrifices. Well, you probably just got a small business loan and you're a minority and blah, blah, blah. And they just make all these excuses and rationalize it and make it social injustice because they can't do it, which they can. They just decide not to. I can't do that, and that's not fair, so fuck you. I said this a million times. I listened to Anthony Roberts. I'm not a huge fan of him, but I was looking for motivation and finally having the courage to start my own company. And I listened to his CDs, and I took everything he said as gospel except one thing. This is what he said. He said, when you become successful, your family, your neighbors, and your friends will be jealous of you. And I just looked, just like I said that now, and you listen to this and you go, no, not my friends, not my family, not anybody. No, they'll be happy for me. Wrong. That is true. Getting pushed out leads to incredible things if you allow the flow. Yeah, you can't fight it. If you fight it, and you do nothing, or you're resistive, or you let your fears of insecurity, or, oh my God, I don't have an income anymore. No shit. Welcome to the party, pal. See, that's what people don't see, and they don't want to see. They only see the spoils of the hard work. So go buy a nicer car. Go buy 2 cars. Go buy a bigger house. Go buy a second house. Go buy a snowmobile. Go buy this stuff and watch your neighbor's face when he got a brand new boat. It was only an 18-foot jet boat. Give me a fucking break. But you should have seen my neighbor's face. Oh, you got a boat? Well, yeah, that's a fucking boat. Yeah, why? Would you like to go boating?
No, that's okay.
And you're shunned. You have like a scarlet letter on your fucking chest. I would say maybe 1%, if that, people were happy for me that I was successful. And I shared my success. I didn't shove it in people's faces. I didn't do that. I paid my people. I took care of them. But even that wasn't enough. So when you're a business owner, you're on top of the mountain and you're an easy target. You're king of the hill. And just like when you played that when you were kids, people want to rip you off the top of the hill. So success is a double-edged sword, and it all depends on who you surround yourself with. That's all I'm going to tell you. Regardless of all that, I lost so many friends, so many family members. I lost everything, actually, because the end of the road for me and the success story was losing everything. But it wasn't necessarily what I did or didn't do. It was what I'm talking about. People are jealous and they're greedy. And it only takes one to say, well, I can't have it, so you're not going to have it, and they destroy you. It's a very rare thing. Happened to me, on top of a lot of other crap. But, yeah, somebody always wants to tear you down. Whether they're trolls in a chat room or whatever, there's always one that wants to tear you down because these people enjoy that. They enjoy drama. They enjoy pain. They enjoy and thrive to see you being destroyed. Because I heard a comment the other day that got to me. Like, well, yeah, some people thought it was time to bring you and mom back down to reality. Well, I just gave it away. My son told me that. I'm like, really? I go, but they didn't see what I was doing for them, and they didn't see what it took to get to that point. It's lonely at the top, and you wonder why sometimes people isolate themselves and they're assholes, and they just don't want to share some things because, unfortunately, there's people out there that want to use that against you. So I've been down that road. I know the tactics. I see what they do. And they're all a bunch of cowards. And they're all a bunch of dysfunctional, sick fucking people that somehow seeing people hurt and destroying a family and a business puts a smile on their face. They're out there. And they won't come at you directly. They'll come at you from behind you through close family members, whoever they are. And for some reason, they're successful at it. Which really just still puts me in denial. But be that as it may, it's still all worth it. I have no regrets. That's it. Let's see what goes from here. As I was saying, I'm going to go over a little bit. I was telling my boxing instructor because I'm helping her. And she goes, why are you doing this? And I want to pay you. And I said, I don't want your money. I said, I want to help you because I see you. And she's the only person since I've lost everything that I see is struggling and not giving up and doing what she needs to do to make her boxing studio successful. And I'll do this for anybody that I see that, but it's very rare to see a person, no matter what, they're going to do this. And that's another reason why I came to this network, because that's what I'm going to do too. I will do what I can. I will give my opinions. I will give my experience. I don't want to say it's necessarily advice, but there's very few things that I have not been through in 20 years of being a business owner and growing from nothing to pretty impressive numbers. And there's a fucking train again. You hear that? I don't know how you can't again. Yes, we know you're there. Reminds me of Davis Junction, Illinois, where I used to live. Train would fucking... It was 0.7 of a mile away or thereabouts, and you could still hear the fucking thing in the middle of the night blowing her horn. Okay, are you done? It's kind of weird, though. You get used to it. You get used to the train noise, and people's like, well, how did you sleep? You actually get used to it, and it didn't bother me after some time. Yeah, he's gone. Or she's gone, whatever. But I will help, support, be there, shoulder to shoulder, whatever it takes to help people succeed in what they're trying to do. Some of it's uncharted territory, kind of like this. Some of it's not. Some of it's common sense, and business is business. And that's what I'll do until I see a point where I'm not needed anymore, and maybe I will help other people. Because without small businesses, we're fucked. So, but don't give up. If you're thinking about starting your own business, I would do it, because the lessons you're going to learn, you can't pay for, and you can't get in a classroom. And then maybe down the road, if it don't work out, you can take all those lessons. You learn different sets of lessons, one from success, the other set from failure. And I can tell you, that's why the book Outwitting the Devil by Napoleon Hill? I think I always say Nathan Hill. Napoleon Hill. Phenomenal, because that's what that book is about. Not only does he interview the devil, which is up to you to decide, he interviews people that were successful, failed, and were successful again. And according to this book, when you go through all those three things, not even the devil can stop you. So it's very, actually, interesting concept. Yeah, but most people don't survive failure. They get pounded into the ground and they want to go back into their hypnotic rhythm, terms that I'm stealing from Outwitting the Devil. They just want to go back to their little security blanket and not take that risk and go through that again, because it utterly destroys your life. It destroys your life. So self-destruction is really not a wise choice if it goes to the failure part. A lot of people haven't and may not go to that part. They might be doing everything right. I don't know what the secret is. I thought I was doing everything right. Treating my customers great. Telling them when they were wrong. Supporting employees. I would say, well, my retention was like 8 years, and that's unheard of. My employees on an average were 8 years employed. That's unheard of. Turnover rate's ridiculous in my industry. Of all the employees I've had, I would say over half of them started their own company, which was falling into my intentions because my long-term goal was to turn over my company and create franchisees across the country. But people couldn't see that far, I guess. Oh, yeah. No, I took care of my people. They can say what they want about me, and this has gotten back to me, but they can never say that I didn't know what I was doing and it was a great place to work. It turned into a personal attack, is what it did. So, but quite honestly, I talked to somebody last night, and my top guys with overtime were making $140,000 with full benefits. If you offered me that job right now, I'd take it in a fucking heartbeat, because I would at least double my income. So I took care of my people. It just got weird. by letting one wrong person into my life, in my business, which was a family member. I don't know what to tell you, but how can you foresee that? Because you can't. Even though I did call it out, but nobody listened. And on top of that, we were warned about him. And my wife and daughter still didn't listen. So guess who paid the price? Tim. Now, I'm not saying I didn't make mistakes or didn't handle some situations, but when you see your life being destroyed in front of you and nobody wants to listen, I mean, it was like Rome burning, and I'm not playing the fiddle, but everybody else seemed to be fine with it. And I really don't know how you can prevent that, because it's art of war. It's a sociopath's tactics. After meeting a person, male or female, after 3 times, I can tell you if they are or not. I know their MO. I know their behavior. I know their verbal statements. I know their sick, sarcastic sense of humor. And I know their actions. But I couldn't. I mean, you're dealing with less than 1% of the total population. It's like, what's the chances of that happening? But it did. So, all diagnosed by my therapist, not me. This isn't my diagnosis or my putting things together and having some false reality of why things happened and project all that. That's not it. This was my therapist to say, oh, you let a sociopath in your family. I go, what the fuck is that? Then I did my homework. I'm like, oh my God. So there you go. I don't know what to say. I don't know. I'm running over. I really got to go. It's 7:07. Got to go. People, 90% won't listen. That's fine. You learn the hard way. You're going to learn. But there's nothing better in your life at least one time to start your own business, whether it's successful or, yeah. Well, that's the thing, though, Melissa. She says it's pretty scary when it's realized, but that's the secret there. Because you're the one saying this stuff until you identify and realize what's happening to you, because it's all, they're very clever people. It's all the energy that you say is reflected back on you, and then you're labeled the crazy one because you sound crazy. He's like, this guy hates me. This woman hates me. She's trying to destroy us, and you're not even seeing it, and then they think you're fucking nuts. And until you identify what's really happening to you, I went out on dates, okay? And the question always came up at dinner or whatever, lunch, coffee. So what happened in your divorce? And by the time that comes up, you can read the person and share the truth, because I believe in the truth and being honest. Some of them I knew if I brought this up, they would just like, okay, well, hey, I got to go. So, but some I did not. And I said, quite honestly, I let a sociopath in my family and destroyed everything. And this particular woman looked down and smiled. And I said, what? She goes, well, the same thing happened to me. I'm like, really? And then when you start talking about it, and the people that have been through it, every single one of them said, yeah, I was going crazy myself. And still, instead of therapy and it coming out to what was happening to me, because it's intrinsic, it's latent, it's hidden, and you don't know what's happening to you. Then you think your loved ones and the ones that you took vows or the ones you raised would have your back. But these people are so clever that they turn these people against you and make you the bad guy. And then they're the victim. Very clever operation. It's a psyop. It's and you don't know what's happening. And God help you if it does, because if you don't figure it out with therapy and what's going on and looking from the outside and do your homework, you're going to go fucking crazy. You will. I was there. I was on the precipice of like, what? But it's not you. So if your family's turning against you, whether it's your spouse, even boyfriend, girlfriend, The closest people to you, those are the people they target. And they just say one thing or take a video. Well, here, Tim was at Hooters at this table with 2 other women and a friend. He was on a double date. Are you fucking kidding me? Do you think I'm that stupid? In a public area going on a double date when I'm married for 20-something years and I have a business partner that's my wife? Are you that goddamn stupid? Do you think I'm that stupid? Apparently so. So they get one little nugget or one little thing you can latch on that they shove in their head, whether it's your daughter, your son, your wife, your husband, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your parents, your sister, your customers, anybody that's 1 or 2 degrees of separation from you. That's who they go after. Or, God forbid, they go after all of them, which happened in my case. So, call me crazy, call me this, oh, Jesus Christ, Tim, you're like, you know what? You just go right ahead, because I'm giving you the warning signs. If your family's turning on you, then they don't even tell you, well, so-and-so's saying so-and-so. And then somehow you find out, somehow, some way, which I did, but then it's too late. But if your family don't have your back, your daughter don't have your back, your son don't have your back, and it comes out even years later, you're like, wow, what happened? What happened to vows? What happened to family? What happened to having each other's back unconditionally? And it's just surreal that when you have a really tight family and you've been through hell and you spoiled the fuck out of your kids, my son's not included in this, but I'm just saying relative to the situation, and you're betrayed like that, then you got to deal with that. So, but unfortunately, it is out there. So if you're just use your gut. My gut's never lied to me. You're not going to think your way through it or figure it out. You just won't. You have to use your gut without being paranoid. Confront people, no matter who they are. Ask questions. And if they don't tell you or they lie, then you just keep pressing until they do. Because otherwise you're going to be destroyed. Because having faith and trust into people to have your back, regardless of who they are, is not going to happen. Not at least in my experience. If it happens with you, you're a very fortunate person. But just don't think by default because you got married or they're your daughter or they're whoever that cannot happen to you, because that was my weakness. It should have been a strength. If you can't trust somebody, this is the last thing I'll say and I'll shut up. I've been interviewed by people in the past and whatever, and all of them are looking for great employees that they can trust and be loyal to. And I can relate to that. And everybody that I promoted and trusted and delegated and let them talk to people with power that were higher ups and my customers betrayed me because they had other intentions. So they discredited me without me knowing about it and somehow convinced them that I was the bad guy. So I've been interviewed by other people and business owners and whatever, and they said, I need to find a guy like that. And I said, well, good luck. I said, because here's what you're saying. You need to find a person, a man in this case, that you can invite to your home, and you're not there, and your wife is there, and your family's there. And you could leave a pile of cash on your bedroom, on your bed, in your bedroom, and have your wife standing there. And have every confidence 100% that guy is not going to take one single dollar or $100 bill, whatever the denomination of cash is, or any of it, all of it or any of it, and is not going to hit on your wife. Or even if your wife does hit on him, he's going to say no. That's the kind of person you have to find to trust. And you know what? I don't really know if it exists. And not to mention, it has nothing to do with gender. Just flip roles. You leave, you hired a right-hand woman. She's in the bedroom with your husband with a fucking wad of cash there. Who's to stop either one of them from doing anything, and let alone going in on it together? Nobody. Because it's too easy. But see, you think they have your back. Both of them, actually. But in my reality and experience, they don't. Because people are greedy. They want for themselves. Social injustice, blah, 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 whatever. And it's like, well, Tim's doing this. Why don't we just do it and fuck him? Okay, because he's an asshole anyway. Anyway, I really, truly hope you don't have this chapter in your life. But unfortunately, I did. And yes, it did destroy me monetarily and all this physical stuff. But it didn't destroy me. I'm still here. Made me stronger. My circle of friends are smaller. I will be very careful who gets close to me. But even so, in the end, if that repeats, I've been through it. And I have my boundaries. And you know what? In the end, it's all on them. So if it happens to me again, it's on them. Because you know why? Karma's a fucking bitch. And they'll get it 10 times back. But the worst thing you can do is retaliate and defend yourself and blah, 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 which you should. I would question you if you didn't, because that's quite normal. Anybody that's attacking your family and your livelihood, you better defend it. But when you end up and it all happens and you're tore down and you don't have a pot to piss in and you're starting all over again, and it even does happen again, and it's all taken away from me, you can't take me. And I'm telling you, the less you intervene and try to get justice, the less natural law in the universe or God will serve justice to them. Because I've seen it. And karma's a bitch. And you know what? Some people still never learn. But as long as you do, that's it. Well, that's very hard to do, but that's exactly right. Use them as motivation and inspiration. And really what it is, it's a growth thing. You're just outgrowing other people. And again, that's the hypnotic rhythm from the book Interview with the Devil. Because people want to keep pulling you down because whether they'll admit it or not, they're using you for their support and justifying their behavior. Insecurity. You're their security blanket. You're stronger than they am, but they won't tell you that. So it takes a lot of strength to get out of there and leave and move on and grow and lose everything, because I can get it all back. I know how to do it. I can do it. I did it once. I'll do it twice. I'll do it 3 times. I'll do whatever I have to do. But like I said, in the end, yes, you don't use them as motivation and what not to do, and separate yourself from the people that are just quite honestly not good for you. It's their choice, and it's your choice. Move on, move upward, but it's lonely at the top. Make no mistake about that. But there's other ways to not be lonely. A dog, a cat, a fish, giving to charity that actually people want to help and need to help. Like abused women and girls from sex trafficking. I give the Janie's Fund, started by Steven Tyler. Help the homeless, if that's whatever you help animals that are sheltered up, whatever you think you need to do to make this place a better world. Because I'm going to tell you something. The ones that don't want the help and you give it to them, yeah, run a network. I don't fucking care. Start something. Do something. Start a podcast and have it all based on that. I don't really care. Do whatever you think you need to do. because you're moving upward and onward, and it's very lonely. And the last thing you can do is comply with these people because they're going to tear you apart. They're going to tear you apart anyway. It just depends on what you can live with. So I would rather live and grow and move on. And maybe, yeah, it is lonelier up at the top, but I got to live with me and my decisions. So, because in my opinion, life is just a journey and an experience anyway. So that's it. So that's enough. I got to go. I feel like I'm freaking preaching. Hey, Lisa. Oh, there you go, right there. There's one of the strongest women I fucking ever known in my life. Right there. Lisa. Poor woman's been through hell, and she's strong as fuck. She's a warrior. So that's it. But I'm not going to get past that. That's, that's great, Lisa. Don't change. Don't fucking change. It's lonely at the top, and I know you won't. You've gone way too far. You're setting an example for people, whether you want to believe it or not, or you even want it. But that's what's going on. So I'm going to go. Got to go to work. 7:20. Fuck. All right. Thanks for listening to me. I'll see you tomorrow. Have a great day. You have been listening to the original Red Pill Show.